Hey everyone, Mherex here, bringing you another video. This one is going to be on Stacy Keibler, a Super Stacy. So, we have Super Stacy in the game, and she is a ruthless aggression powerhouse with a tan. Let's take a look and see what we got here. So, ruthless aggression focused powerhouse. She has a few links. The superheroes link: any color move that deal damage will deal 20% more damage. That tells me we're probably having more superheroes. That's just my guess there. That's not inside info, but who else is she getting a link with? And then ruthless aggression, matching any color gems, charge moves of that color by one more move point. And then the Super Stacy gear. She is a coach. She is the MP down coach at 18k and 30% less damage from green moves, so I find that to be pretty useful. I like that coach. I'm gonna have 4 builds for you guys. So we're gonna take a look at the strap. I have the NWO plate on. It's pretty much useful for crashing the game when you look at it. That is what the NWO plate does. You click on it and it crashes your game. I'm just kidding if you didn't know that. The NWO plate, when you break 6 or more reds, gives you more red move damage, which we will take a look at more in depth here in 1 second while I load this. I could edit this out, but then you would miss my amazing commentary, and I know you guys love it. So there's that. And I love the sound of my own voice, so everybody wins, right? Okay. We're going back in here. We're putting Stacy back in. Super Stacy, she lost her tan. Okay. And the strap. So NWO plate. Whenever you break 6 or more red gems, increase your red move damage by 75% for 2 turns. That's a chunky buff there. And we'll talk a little bit about that as we go along. I don't have any golds to face, so that's kind of a bummer. Obviously, I have a red move damage medal. It's maxed. I'm using Fury for this. I think for a lot of her movesets, armor or takedown would be the way to go. In particular, I think I like takedown a lot for her. So there's that. Let's take a look at this first moveset. Keibler kick, 10 MP finisher, deal 403,000 damage and gain 9 green MP. Corner foot choke, 9 MP red, deal 168k damage and force your opponent to skip their turn for 1 turn. Straight jacket choke. Color submission, choose 10 gems to make into red sub gems and do 108k damage for 3 turns. While submission gems are on the gem board, remaining sub gems turn into blast. Entourage. We are going with double greens because this is a feud build. So we got that, and then we got the sub. This sub will do 2.8 million in feud with max defensive perks with this setup. So you're going to sub for 2.8 million, then you're going to hit the damage of these two, which we'll see what that works out to be once we get in there. It's going to be a lot of damage. Full disclosure. This is my favorite build set. This is what I would run for feud with this exact setup with the NWO plate. If I had Promoter Taker, I would run her this way and use her over any powerhouse, likely. So, 380k on the stun, 912k on the finisher. Also keep in mind you're going to get a 60% boost off of the 400k base, which by my math is 40k 6 times 240k. So 1.1 million in feud. I don't have a tier 5. Of course, double takedown would give you another 40%, so 1.3-ish, a little less than that, probably 1.25 on just the finisher. Anyway, if you break 6 red gems, which we just did, we're going to add 75% to that, so it gets pretty chunky. So let's just try and keep track here for purposes. In feud, the sub would do 2.8 million. Just like that. It's going to drain their life. And then you're going to probably click 2 buttons and win. So 2.8 million, and then we're talking another 500k. That's 3.3. You can see the NWO plate buff that move. And then another 1.2 plus the boost, so like 1.5. So 3.3 and 1.5 is like 4.8. I don't see it being very likely anyone's kicking out. So that's pretty much a full drain, and it recycles the sub, and if they do kick out, they're stunned. So pretty good. Even if they have an escape artist plate, you're going to be able to do things with Stacy, and then you're going to have the stun. So that's my favorite moveset. That's the build I like. That's the plate I like. Only change I would make would be if you have a tier 5 and takedown, and she should be a feud monster done that way. So yeah, that build's good. Let's take a look at the other moves, because I know you guys are going to want to see them. This is going to be mostly the same, except for some reason, the reason being to show you guys, we're going to substitute the Juggernaut gem move instead of the stun. Deal 62k damage and choose 2 gems to make into 2-turn Juggernaut gems that will increase the damage of all your gems by 40% for 3 turns on every countdown turn, and make 17 random countdowns into blasts at the end of the countdown. Other modes, this could be really good. Feud, you're never going to get that many turns in. Who knows though, whatever levels we have later on, this could be very handy. I see this move scaling incredibly well long term. So for now, no, but later this could be the money setup. Also, the Juggernaut gems will get something like the Sika plate to proc, worth noting. We're not changing the trainers, they're staying the same. So let's get out there. I wish I had a gold to go against, then I could really show the Juggernaut gems a little bit more, but you know, she's likely gonna not be capable of kicking out after this first go. And keep in mind, in Feud, you would be chucking 5 of these, so that's 200% gem damage every tick in Feud. But again, you know, we already basically discussed that we've already won at that point. So they're not going to get more turns because they're not going to have any life left. So, I mean, could you do fun things with this? Yes. Is there really much point to it? Nah, because the other build is going to be faster. And the stun, so they can't really, they don't really get a chance to play if for some reason you don't drain them fully. So inferior build, but still good. That's gonna proc, and we're gonna get 80% more gem damage, 24k on the reds. Not that we're breaking them, we are just recycling, and we're hitting the big finisher that got buffed by the NWO plate, so the silver has no chance. Easy peasy. All right. This was trying to take advantage of cycling, and also, if you have 17k Santa, the stun will start loaded turn 1 in Feud. If you don't, though, you can choose the yellow and clip a red on a row break and get the stun ready turn 1. And then look to recycle back and forth, and then you're using the NWO plate to buff the moves. I'll put them in. I was just talking about it so you guys don't have dead air time. We're going to go with the ground stomp. This is the only build I think that I don't use the finisher in. Obviously, it's a good finisher. Corner foot choke. And then we're going to go... Oh, worth noting, I'm not going to use the roundhouse kick. Deals 246k damage and make 11 random multiply into blast. The 1 MP move, it's super cheap. It's high damage, but it's very situational. Someone that leaves multiply gems on the board and you still get a turn. I can't think of a time right now when I would use it. That doesn't mean there isn't. I just can't think of one. Then we're bringing the corner stomps in. Okay, so... Ground Stomp, 6 MP yellow, deal 73k damage, choose 8 gems to destroy, and the Corner Stomp, 8 MP red, deal 95k damage and choose 7 gems to make into yellow gems. Entourage, now we are switching completely up. Also, you can use a vast variety of coaches and trainers. You could use move damage, Gooker and Snoop, and just kind of set them up differently. It depends what you have for trainers. A lot of different ways you could go. So for this one, I'm just using Santa Hogan and Snoop gem damage guys. So we're going to put double red MP trainers on. In Feud, the choose would start. Like I said, we'll clip 1. In Feud, a row break to clip a red, and then the stun is loaded turn 1. And then we're using the destroy to hopefully get back to the red, and if we're lucky, destroy 6 reds and get the NWO plate to proc. That's the one downside. You do need a little cooperation from the board on the reds to get the NWO plate to proc with this build. The skill plate I have on is break black for the free to play, not the one I have on. From the prize wall, break black, turn yellow into red, so it'll get reds on the board. You could also use general's orders, break 3 red, get 3 yellow to get back to the yellow if you're worried about that and you don't want to use the swipe plate. Those are options, right? So we'll take a look at the move damage and then see if we can't get the plate to go off. So we have 380 on the stun, 215 on the not stun. The destroy, we would want to get those 3 to drop, and then we can get those 3 and we can clip this one. So this would be in Feud. This board would give you the stun and the NWO plate to proc. So we're gonna just do this. Clip that. We're gonna do the stun. Then we're gonna do our choose. Choose destroy. Bump, bump, bump. That gives us a 3, and we'll just take that's 3, 4, 5, 6. Like that. And let's just do this like so. I don't necessarily want to pin her. I'd rather kind of keep it rolling just to give you guys an idea. They're stunned, so no harm done. Okay, we don't have very many reds on the board, but now our stun's doing 506k. And we're choosing 7 gems to make into yellow here. I'm gonna go ahead and try and clear the board, get some reds on the board since they're stunned anyway. Not do, yeah, let's just do that, that's fine. They were done like dinner. We got some reds, reload. You guys get the idea. Again, I don't know why I would run this build compared to the other ones, but the option is there. And now finally, this is just an attempt to get to the finisher and make it as big as possible. So just an excuse to try and get a big finisher for you guys and also show the move damage trainers you could potentially use this way. You need 6 reds on the board to start. In this mode, you'd need 8 in Feud to get the NW or to get to charge up, unless you can make a 3 match with the destroy. I hope that made sense. I'll put the stuff in and then I'll explain it on the board. We've seen all the moves, so it's just a matter of reordering them. This is simply just an excuse to get priest on to show the damage if you can. Also, you might have a line bonus, so you can get to the finisher quickly. I would still use the sub. I just feel like that's the way to go. I don't feel like there's going to be a faster, better way. Maybe if there's a big finisher line bonus, though. You know what I'm saying? So, I want move charge. Come on. Come on. Kofi. On full move damage. Doop-a-doo. Priest. And Gooker. Full whale build. Sorry for anyone watching that doesn't have any of these trainers. That's okay. You had some of the trainers, I'm sure, for the previous builds. All right, so 1.1 million here on the finisher. Free medals. And like I said, whatever mixture you got, I mean, Fury, Armor, Takedown, even Vitality with the sub build for Feud is fine. Just get the move damage up on your finisher. So yeah, this would be a big miss. And 4 isn't enough to load it, so we have to make a 3 match there, which is quite ugly. And let's try not to cause a pin here. We did anyway, and we would have been 1 short, so there's that. So again, not the best build. I just wanted to show you guys how big you could get the finisher. Of course, NWO plate. It's going to add 75% of 400k every time you break 6, which is like, what, 300k-ish? So, and then, of course, limited recycle with this one. But it did show the move damage for you guys. And showed the move damage trainers. Really just an excuse to run a 4th moveset. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I think she's actually really good. She's going to be pretty efficient, and more importantly, I think the future for the meta with the Juggernaut gems, while not important now, could potentially be really important later. With all of the blast gems, the potential for the Sika plate, and things like that. Who knows how the meta changes, right? But when you're talking about 40% gem damage at 2 jugs is 80. In Feud you get 5, that's 200%. And without being able to predict the future, it seems like a solid possibility that is extremely useful down the road. So a lot of good stuff on her, a lot of stuff to like. And I see her being super viable. So let me know what you think in the comments. Remember to like, subscribe, and share. Thanks for watching, guys. And good luck out there.